So I have 40s for the bus stop because that's where we'll be at that point. But we're going to literally be 30s, 20s, and even upper teens by later this evening. Rain to freezing rain and sleet, and then a transition to all snow as we get into later today. It's going to be really tricky travel, and I'm going with especially noon and beyond for that. And ice and snow accumulations are expected. Right now, we are all in the 50s, so it is spring-like. It is very breezy, but the reality is once these winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings kick in at noon today, we're really going to start to feel the impact. And even before then, I think we're going to start to see some really messy weather move in. For the time being, a lot of you are dry. We talked about this yesterday, that lull. Well, we'll start to see more showers fill in, initially rain showers. Right now we have them to the west and east of Cleveland. But as we expand the view, you can see that area of pink. That's the freezing rain and sleet. And then, of course, the snow on the back edge as our storm system continues to track up towards the north and the east. So let's put some time on all of this. This takes us to 8 o'clock this morning. Actually, that's 9 o'clock. And my eyes are still adjusting, as yours probably are too. A lot of you will still be rain at 9, but by 10, 11, noontime, we see a transition over to freezing rain and sleet. This is a snapshot from noon today. This is what has me most concerned. I was talking about it with you yesterday, is the ice. Ice accumulations are going to range from 1/10 of an inch up to 1/4 of an inch from west to east, depending on how long you deal with it. Those of you east will be dealing with it the longest, so you could see upwards of 1/4 of an inch of ice before we transition to snow, and that will happen by late afternoon and early this evening. As we head into tonight, this is 8 o'clock and it's snowing everywhere, and at 8 o'clock tonight, most of you are right around 20 degrees, but it's going to be so blustery that wind chills will make it feel much colder than that. Snow accumulation, it's going to be, again, varying from place to place, and we'll take a look at specifics coming up. But the good news is that it will pull out really early tomorrow morning. The advisories and warnings do go through 10, but honestly, I think by 6, 7 o'clock, a lot of you will be dry, and we might even see those expire a little early. It's going to be bitter cold this weekend with temperatures in the teens to near 20 tomorrow, but then tomorrow night into Sunday, we're falling back into the single digits. Wind chills again will be below 0. So that's a pretty big difference. Now, one computer model forecast showcasing what we're expecting as far as totals goes, and it's a little confusing when you look at that. So trying to make it just easier to interpret here. We're going anywhere from 1 to 4 inches of snow to upwards of 9 inches, depending on where you are. So that plus the ice initially. And again, that's the more, I think, complicated part of this forecast because it's really hard to detect ice when traveling. So when we're seeing that changeover from rain to freezing rain this morning, 10, 11 o'clock, just know that roads may look wet when in reality they are black ice and really dangerous. So if you can make your travel plans for earlier, that's going to be better today. Temperatures will be falling back into the 20s by this afternoon. And as we look ahead to the rest of the next 7 days, we are planning on a pretty early ending to the snow for tomorrow. We'll only be around 20 for the high. And then we've got some sunshine on Sunday, but Lena's still bitter cold. Monday, a clipper system. So you mentioned this earlier. That is an equal opportunity snow, and we are going to see more accumulation from that buzzing through here. The good news, I guess, is kids are out of school Monday for Martin Luther King Day. But we'll be back to some snow chances and just cold weather through the middle of the week before we start to warm it up slightly.
All right. Thanks, Holly.